Alright guys, TacticalRab again today. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Drama everywhere within the Call of Duty community right now. It's SlasheR coming at the Los Angeles Thieves yet again, calling their social media team soft after tweeting something kind of spicy indeed, then backing down from it. SlasheR's not a particularly happy man, but plenty of other storyline to dive into today as well. Very much enjoy your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. Once again, aBeZy and the team has done it, right? He's won the fantasy competition again, at least in the community leaderboard. This guy's out of control. He picks such good teams every single time. I don't understand it. My team was pretty good. I came 5th here amongst all these guys. So I had, Clay, Scrap, Brack, and Simp, which I thought my team was fantastic. If I just had chosen a better player than Simp, I mean, Simp should have been a good pick, let's be honest here. But as it turned out, if I'd have chosen a better $8 pick than Simp, I'd have been absolutely fine. But in the end, I'm 5th. Not too bad. Beat Aches at least, so, we'll take that. And if you guys do want to get involved next time around, we're going to get this sorted probably just after the start of the new year for the start of the major cycle, and this will be, you guys can pick your teams, all that type of good stuff for Major 2 when that does arrive. The qualifiers relatively soon. Quick spot for you guys, if you guys haven't seen this before as well. I thought it was interesting here on Hotel, if, as I said yesterday, this map is actually still possible, but there's this little, shelf thing here that you can get into. It's a bit tricky to get into, it seems, but potentially for Search and Destroy, this could be a viable spot in a very specific 1v1 situation. If you can hop up A, break the glass, crouch, get in, and yeah, you can hide in this spot. So pretty interesting one. I don't know if that's actually going to be viable, but we shall see if anyone decides to pull that out. This from Saint as well. Saints, man, what an OG COD player, confirming yesterday his retirement from the scene. Got a lot of traction on Twitter, and for good reason, because this guy, man, for a lot of years, I think qualified as one of the most, if not the most talented players never to win the World Championship. This guy's been around for well over a decade at this point, competing for years, always been very strong when he was in the professional scene, and then since then he's kind of been in challenges. Had a phenomenal Cold War season as well in challenges. I thought he was going to get back into the Pro League. There were rumors he was going to join either Vegas, or he was potentially going to get onto, or Paris as it was at the time, or get onto maybe the subliner starting roster or something. But yeah, you guys can see all the replies here from many different pro players over the time, nameless as well, because people don't even know how good Saints was back in the day. People only really know the last couple of difficult years that he's had down there in the challenger side. Of course, Aches in the replies, Assault, TJ, all the OGs coming in, because yeah, tough time of course to see, but it's understandable when you think about it, given the way that his career's gone in challenges, the difficulty of making that work. But I think he's tried to make the comeback a couple of times. It never really worked out. He had a hard personal life as well over the last several years. But yeah, since becoming a pro in 2011, playing at a really top level, winning plenty of events, not just through the pre-Jetpack era, but also during the Jetpack era on Luminosity Gaming and the like, on that pretty legendary roster throughout the Infinite Warfare times. They won Anaheim and stuff like that back in the day. So yeah, just crazy to think how it works out. But as he says, he's probably going to have to call it a day now and move on to other things. 3 majors, 5 LAN wins, top 3 at champs, 7 championships, and many more. So yeah, wishing the best for Saints going forwards as he hangs up the sticks officially from Call of Duty. Now, whether that means he's going to hang up the sticks forever, I don't know, because sometimes when COD pro players retire, it's not necessarily the ends, but we shall see about that one. This I thought was also kind of funny here. So this is the list of all-time winningest kind of teams and well, basically just organizations in Call of Duty history. Now, if we look closely at this, we see that an interesting kind of name has slotted themselves in here with somehow 47 wins. Now, I don't really know what they count as wins here in COD Mobile, but in terms of winnings, 1.2 million now puts them above FaZe Clan, above LG, above Splice, plenty of other organizations in COD history, including the majority of the franchise teams. The only new franchise teams, Atlanta FaZe, Dallas Empire, and Toronto and Los Angeles Thieves. Those are the only franchise teams that currently exist that are ahead of Tribe Gaming, the guys that won the Mobile World Championship just last weekend at Raleigh. So pretty remarkable. I think they won, what, $700,000 for that, and they've obviously been winning other tournaments as well. So yeah, kind of crazy stuff. And speaking of some franchise-related statistics here, I thought this is a remarkable kind of numbers to look at here. These are all-time finals appearances since the start of the CDL. Subliners have now overtaken the majority of the organizations. They've overtaken OpTic and Huntsman, Toronto, Florida. They're only behind Dallas Empire, which no longer exists, and Atlanta FaZe. Atlanta FaZe 16 finals is just absolutely ridiculous compared to the rest of the league. But yeah, credit to Subliners, because an organization that hasn't really felt that competitive for the last few years, but they have been in plenty of finals online and on LAN with the Clayster team, with the Crimsix team, and then of course, well, this season with the new roster they've got that won the event straight up in Raleigh. Whether they can maintain that success, it's a question, because we tend to see at the start of titles that, the team that wins the first event rarely is a dominant force for the entire season. Pretty much has never been the case. Even last year, right, when Major 1 was won by OpTic relatively early on, turned out that OpTic were still very good, but they fell off over the course of the season, and maybe that's just an OpTic thing, or maybe that was just the fact that it's the first event and it's not always representative of how the season is going to go. But subliners understand the game the best right now. That's always tends to be the case, that one team separates themselves at the start of the title. Whether they can keep up that form going into Boston in 43 or so days time, that is a question that is exciting, but also remains to be seen. Let's talk about the LA Thieves drama then. So SlasheR versus Thieves, this has been a fun storyline the last couple of years, since he was playing it for the Los Angeles Thieves, got benched from the team very controversially. I don't believe that he still has a good relationship with Jacob there, the coach of the lineup, because, I mean, yeah, I think they even said at one point, or Jacob said, that SlasheR doesn't even talk to him anymore because he felt deeply disrespected by, you know, a player in Jacob that he actually won the World Championship with back in 2016 on Envoy for when he was a coach, benching him from the team. So LA Thieves, of course, end up getting rid of SlasheR. He goes to Los Angeles Guerrillas, effectively gets his revenge by winning an event last season at Major 2, but then Thieves turned up at the end of the year and they won Major 4 and the World Championship to kind of get one back on him. Now, he tweets this out last night, and I couldn't figure out initially why. So, as he goes on to say, weird behavior then, you were too soft to even leave it up after tweeting, at Los Angeles Thieves can't say I am surprised. So, basically just talking, yeah, LA Thieves are too soft. What exactly is this about? So, it turned out they tweeted this video, which was then, I guess, swiftly deleted. Maybe this is put up on TikTok as well. So, these are the new cards, right, that were kind of collected this weekend in Raleigh. Now, the funny thing is about there is a lot of these are very outdated and rather old, right, from the Cold War season, for example. So you guys can see right here, we've got Envoy from the OpTic Chicago. We've got, you know, other teams and players from other organizations they may no longer be competing for, such as right to the bottom here, SlasheR on Los Angeles Thieves, and immediately Josh here from 100T drops this one on the floor, and it goes back to the other ones. And Envoy kind of like steps in it and all this type of stuff you guys can see at the end of the video. So pretty funny stuff, to be honest. Now, they tweeted this and then deleted it very shortly after. So SlasheR isn't getting butthurt at this, like, this tweet. He's getting, like, frustrated as to why they deleted it and basically calling them soft. So, you know, basically, people didn't really fully understand the context of this in the replies, but as SlasheR goes on to say, that's my question. I had a fire response ready to go after my content, and I missed out on it. That's what got me. The vid did not. So, kind of saying that Thieves just straight up soft here for deleting this tweet. And, yeah, what do you guys think? Like, it's kind of one of these just funny dramas that appears in Call of Duty, where SlasheR, like, he obviously had some funny response to give to that, and then they deleted it, and now he's like, well, you're just too soft for deleting it. What's going on? I don't really know why they deleted it, to be honest. I do also wonder, like, you know, some teams have very different mindsets towards, like, what they do on their social medias. Like, you know, OpTic, we know, are very straight as an arrow, right? They don't really do any memes, OpTic. They're kind of, they just support the team. They tweet out the clips, yeah, do stuff like this. They don't really do anything extravagant, which, you know, that's kind of Hex's philosophy. Doesn't want to get involved in more drama, right? Like, social media drama that is necessary. And other teams that maybe don't quite have the clout that OpTic have, they go down that route for various reasons. And, you know, we've seen that from Florida and London and New York Solid certainly over the last couple of years. But, and, you know, some teams like that would not be afraid at all to tweet this out, whereas you wouldn't get anything like this from OpTic, right? But, and maybe Thieves think, you know what, maybe that's a bit too far for us as well. But SlasheR wanted to clap back and give his response, which unfortunately we will never get to see, but it does increase already the spice between, I mean, look, FaZe versus Thieves is already a phenomenal drama and rivalry that hopefully we'll see plenty of times this year. Drazah versus Simp. SlasheR now on the same side as Cellium, despite the drama and the fiction they've had for snaking stuff in the past. It's a phenomenal rivalry, and it's just gathering more and more heat by the day when, you know, stuff like this continues to happen. But, you know, one man that was considered kind of like the ultimate card counter to SlasheR was Formal, of course, and last night we revealed, or we released the documentary. If you guys haven't got a chance to check it out yet, feel free to do so. I'll leave a link down below if you guys can find it on the Breaking Wood channel. There was a bit of drama about this, because when we do a documentary like this, we're always really happy for the likes of Zuma and other content creators and Shotzzy and whoever wants to react to it, put it up on their YouTube channel. And I think that Zuma was going to react to it last night, and then he was basically saying that, well, they told me I couldn't upload it on YouTube yet, which is true. But I do want to clarify a couple of things on this, because, you know, to make a video like this, it took myself and the team probably a couple of weeks to write the script for this, a couple more weeks to edit it. It's basically been a month in the works, this video, and it's taken like so many hours. And yeah, it's not like we don't respect the fact that Zuma and others can watch the video and enjoy it and react to it and all this type of stuff. But we did find with a couple of videos we've done in the past that if, you know, the content creators react to, let's say the Dashy documentary, it got 100,000 views or so in the first couple of days. But as soon as that happens, the reaction from Shotzzy and like the Zuma reacts and Shotzzy reacts was up on YouTube, and they also got like 100,000 views, and it just killed all the progress of our video. And to be honest, we're a small team at Breaking Point that makes this type of content, and if the video doesn't quite do as well on YouTube as it could have done, then, you know, it basically restricts our ability to actually make these videos. So, I don't know, if maybe you guys think this is different. So basically what we've asked the content creators to do is like, hey, we're happy for you to react, but if you could just give our video like a few days to simmer on YouTube as the original on its own, and then you can post the reaction in a few days, like, you know, that's basically where we're at the moment. Because if we don't do that, it doesn't become worthwhile to actually make these videos in the first place for the COD community, because, you know, then the guys that react to it don't get anything to react to. So it's kind of like a win-win. We just feel like we'd like, you know, for a video that's like a once every 6 month thing that we don't do very often, but it takes an awful lot of effort, it'd be nice if it just got a little bit of time to live on its own before, you know, we're a community at the end of the day. We should try and help each other out, which I think we're doing. So maybe you guys disagree with that, but that's just some clarification on if you guys saw any of that drama that was going last night. I was thinking of formal actually as well. This came out from Brian Stats. So the highest grand finals KD throughout a season. So this is pretty crazy stuff. So in fairness, formal, like he wasn't in that many grand finals in Call of Duty Ghost, but on average in COD Ghost, he had a 1.43 in the grand finals. Like that's just ridiculous. And the next one goes to SlasheR. So in fairness, I guess if some of these players weren't in too many grand finals, then maybe they wouldn't have crazy grand finals, but actually clarifies here that your minimum 3 grand finals appearances to get to this point. So you know, we get SlasheR second in World War II, so he was in 3 grand finals, had a 1.34, Black Ops 3 as well, a couple of 1.20s here, but yeah, some pretty impressive numbers, right? Actually, Formal was in at least 3 grand finals that in Ghost and had a 1.43 average, and that was, you got to think about, that was like a few months after he converted from Halo to Collar. That's just so absurd. Even Infinite Warfare, he only had a 1.17 in the grand finals. Just goes to show. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comments section below. Just wanted to mention this as well, because the other day we talked about the search and destroy win by 2 rule in Call of Duty Mobile, and this was, for example, the grand finals maps in here. So Takeoff Hardpoint. So Takeoff is a remake of Stadium, I believe, right? So Stadium was a DLC map in Black Ops 1. They remade it as Takeoff, I think, in Black Ops 2 as another DLC map maybe, and now it's in the game full-time in COD Mobile. Slums, Raid, Hacienda, Standoff, and Summit. I don't like the fact that it's Summit Control as the decider. I wish it wasn't Control Map 7. I wish it was Search and Destroy, but you know, nonetheless a pretty cool map set. But it turns out that it's not kind of the tiebreaker ends at some point. So if we were to go to a win by 2 for Search and Destroy and no longer do a round 11, then the win by 2 ends at 20 rounds. So it can potentially get to 20 to 19, which maybe is too far. I'd prefer to maybe see it end at, you know, once you get to 10, then it ends. So, you know, let's say it goes 9-9, then it's like, okay, the next round wins. We've got to call it a day at some point rather than doing win by 2 forever. So, I don't know, just one idea for you guys to contemplate. But very much enjoyed your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.